Good morning again. Josh Heupel was a national champion as a quarterback, and he took the reins of Tennessee's football program in 2021, was named the SEC Coach of the Year in 2022, and has been a two-time finalist for National Coach of the Year. He's one of only 4 active FBS head coaches to lead multiple programs to New Year's 6 bowl games during the college football playoff era. And last I saw Josh, we first said hello in a suite in Omaha as Tennessee and Texas A&M were playing in the College World Series final, and I said congratulations to him as he was on the field post-game celebrating with Danny White, Rick Barnes, Peyton Manning, the Tennessee baseball program. It's my privilege to introduce to you University of Tennessee head football coach Josh Heupel.
Great to see everybody. Hope everybody enjoyed their extended long vacation here over the course of the summer. Commissioner, thanks for the kind introduction. He mentioned that last time I got a chance to see him, we were in Omaha, and as I was getting ready to come here, got a chance to see Coach Vitello on the MLB draft a couple nights ago. Obviously, the All-Star game is here tonight, and this is the first time I've had an opportunity to talk since I got a chance to go to Omaha and watch Seymour and Blake and Coach Vitello bring home a championship to Rocky Top. What an unbelievable experience, opportunity to watch the game with Coach Barnes, Danny, our athletic director, get a chance to be on the field and celebrate that moment. Really proud of what they did, bringing home a national championship to Rocky Top, what Coach Vitello has built there, and have an opportunity to have my son with me and really my entire family. So great night. You look at the success that our brand, our logo has had recently with baseball, but basketball during the course of the winter. And you look at all the team sports across the board being in postseason play. I think it really speaks to the trajectory of our university, our athletic department, where it's going, but it also speaks to the leadership that we have there. So fortunate to work with Danny White, our athletic director, Chancellor Plowman, and President Boyd. They're visionaries. They give us all the tools to go compete and have created an unbelievable experience for our student athletes there on the campus. The brand is stronger than it's ever been, and really excited about where we're at on the football side of it, but where we're going. As I sit here today, it's hard to believe that this is the 4th year, the 4th time that I've been here at SEC Media Days, and I look back so proud of what our staff and our players have built, the connection, the committedness, the care factor that they have for each other in the program. 20 wins over the last couple of years, top 3 in the league, the best that it's been in 20 years on Rocky Top. As good as it's been, the future is extremely bright, and we're in a race to get where we need to extremely quickly. Proud of the culture that we've built. I mentioned that a second ago. We got unbelievable players that care about the people around them and attack every single day the right way. And they do it right on the field, they do it right in the meeting room, but they do it right in the classroom as well, and in our community. As you look at us academically, we've shattered every record over the last 3 years, have reset that record for fall term GPAs. I think we had 63 individuals that were recognized by the conference at the end of the regular season, and we're fortunate enough to have some of those guys here with us today. We got 3 really special individuals that are with us today. They represent all that's good in college football. They represent what it means to be a Vol. I take great pride in that we could have had a lot of different players come with us here to Dallas and have an opportunity to speak with you. But these three guys have unique stories and are great ambassadors for the Tennessee Volunteers. Keenan Peely started over 37 games in his career. Unfortunately, had a season-ending injury week 1 of last year. Decided to come back for another year of college football. He loved his experience on Rocky Top and is a dynamic playmaker that's poised to have an unbelievable season. Cooper Mays, preseason All-American center, has started for us for 4 straight years. It's in his blood to be on Rocky Top. His father played there. His brother played there. It's vitally important to him, and he's a great member of our squad, and he's got great understanding of who we are offensively, the ability to communicate, and has great leadership skills as well. Omari Thomas, who was here for his second time, is a 4-year starter for us at defensive tackle. He's kind of the mayor inside of our locker room. He is our SEC representative on the NCAA Football Oversight Committee, but is vitally important to who and what we are as a program. In our 4 years there, he's been a great leader every single year. This football team that we have, when we embarked on our offseason, when we got back in January, it's a unique roster in that we're really experienced at certain spots, in particular on the line of scrimmage, and we have some youth that surrounds them. The challenge has been that our young guys can't be young when we get to the fall. The leadership that we have from our veterans, the young guys coming in, buying into the culture, competing every single day. This has been a great group, a great team up until this part of the offseason, the first 3 quarters of our offseason. They've been unbelievable in their work habits, their competitiveness, how they've attacked every single rep, every single day, and I cannot wait to get to training camp. I'm ready to go compete with these guys on the grass. And I know Vol Nation is excited about the season that we're ready to embark upon as well. It's hard to believe that training camp's right around the corner, in less than 2 weeks. We're ready to go compete. We got great renovations that are going on inside of Neyland Stadium, one of the great venues in all of sports, let alone college football. Our fan base is extremely passionate. Season ticket waiting list of over 15,000 people, and we'll be ready to go kick off here in a little over a month. So with that, I'm going to open it up to questions.
Thank you, Coach. If you have a question, please raise your hand. We'll get Seth, Diego, and Nolan. Please, again, give your name and affiliation before your question. So, Coach, we'll start over here to our left on the second row.
Hi, Coach. Nick Kelly, AL.com. You've got another South Dakota native in the SEC with Kalen DeVore joining.
Yeah.
What's that like to have a South Dakota native on the other side of the third Saturday in October rivalry?
Yeah, I'm not sure anybody pictured 2 South Dakotans being in the SEC a few years ago. Kalen's somebody that I've known for a long time. I was a little bit younger, watched him as an athlete, and then through our coaching paths have crossed and stayed in contact at different times. Excited to have him in the league. Great person, great coach, and we'll be ready for Saturday in October.
Coach, we'll go down the center aisle about 3/4 of the way back.
Coach Billy Jones, George Plaster Show, Nashville, Tennessee. Last year you talked about, as your program progresses, inches become harder to move than miles. I'm curious how you thought your team did in moving those inches. If not, what can you do to do that better this season?
Yeah, if I said miles, I'm not sure that miles might have been right. Certainly maybe feet or yards. I'm really proud of a lot of what we did last year. Us, finishing New Year's Day Bowl, a win, the 20 wins over the last 2 years, most of that Tennessee's had in the last 2 decades. At the same time, that's obviously not the standard for where we want to get to. But proud of the steps that we took. We had some setbacks on some Saturdays, but that's why you get up, line up, and go compete every single day to go be your best. And this group's been fantastic. I'm really excited about the future of who and what we're going to be. When I took this job 3 years ago, everybody can go back and kind of research, what we were embarked on as far as challenges and how we had to navigate those. And we're at the point now where we're almost free and clear of navigating all of those things. Our roster is, the deepest that it's been by far. And inside of this league, that's important as you go through the season. I couldn't be more excited about going and lining up with this group this fall.
Coach will go in the section just in front of you to the right.
Coach, Emily Grace McWhorter from the next round. You and Coach Halsley are familiar with Oklahoma. Is there anything you're looking forward to, particularly when you travel to Norman this September?
Yeah, first time that I will have been back. It will be unique for myself to be on the other sideline. Obviously, there's been a lot of Saturdays where I was on the home sideline. But there's so many great teammates, friends that will be there. Got great respect for the university, the program. A lot of friends that are coaching on the opposing sideline that day. Former teammates that will be coaching on that opposing sideline too. So it'll be unique to be back there, but excited to be there.
Okay, we'll go back over here to our left-hand side, 4 rows.
Hi, Travis Brown, KBTX.com. What have you liked and not liked about the helmet communicators in your practice time with them?
Practice communication, being able to take that to game day, quickest, most efficient, effective way to communicate with somebody on the field. Gives you a chance to solve some of the problems in an immediate way. I think the thing that the players would say is there's times where they want to turn the headset off and eliminate some of that communication. So I think as coaches, you always got to be smart in how much information you're actually giving them.
Okay, we'll go down that center aisle again in the section in front of me.
Brandon Ogden, Tyler Morning Telegraph. Coach, the secondaries area where y'all had a lot of turnover, brought in a lot of new guys, including Jermod McCoy. Just what is it you're expecting from him in that group this year? Yeah,
expecting those guys to play at a championship level. I love the group as far as their length, athleticism, playmaking ability, their willingness to be physical, take on, destruct blocks, tackle in open space, their care factor, their knowledge and understanding of what we're doing, how they approach, their practice every single day. I'm really excited about it. I mentioned a little bit earlier, but this is the deepest that we've been within our roster, and that affords you to have the opportunity to have great competition every single day. That's on the practice field, that's in the meeting room, but that depth becomes important as you go throughout the course of the season as well, and I'm looking forward to that group taking a real step here this fall for us.
We'll go here to the far left on the aisle. First,
James Hale, OKC Sports Radio in Oklahoma City. Josh, it's great to see you again.
Man,
you were a great
James, I figured I'd hear from you at some point, man. So good to see you.
Right. You were a great quarterback at OU, and you've always been good with quarterbacks. Tell us about your latest quarterback, and he was such a highly recruited kid.
Yeah, was highly recruited because of his athletic traits. He's got the ability to throw the football sideline to sideline, vertically down the football field, extremely accurate, loose, quick-triggered arm. He's got the ability to extend and make plays with his feet. That's as a runner that's, evading and making a play down the field. The thing that I've loved about Nico is, when he came into the building, he wanted to earn the respect of his teammates, and you do that through your actions, not your words. Everybody understands how hard he works to become the best that he can at his craft. He takes great ownership in his skill set and developing it, understanding of our offense, and as a young player, gets his first start in the bowl game. One of the best compliments you can give to a quarterback is when it goes from the practice field to the game field, it slows down for him. During the course of the bowl game, it slowed down for for him. Thought he was in great command out there. Now, there's a lot of things that he learned from that game. He's had great urgency in his preparation all offseason. I'm really excited to see his growth and development as a young quarterback throughout the course of this 24 journey.
Okay, we'll go right in front of me, the second row, Barry.
Barry Trammell with the Tulsa World. Hey, Josh, can you reflect on 25 years now since you came to Norman? You're going back to Norman in September. Guy that came in with you, Brent's the head coach on the other side.
Yeah.
OU's joined the league that you've established yourself in. Just the crazy nature of your journey as it relates to Oklahoma.
Barry, I feel like only you could have predicted that all these things would have happened 25 years ago. You know, I mean, as the grand wizard of Oklahoma media. You know, Coach Leach recruits me. Brent, I got great respect for Brent. You know, playing while he was coaching, but also being beside him in the staff room. You know, I don't know that I ever forecasted they were coming into this league, Oklahoma. It's just, those are two really good brands coming in. Obviously, Oklahoma, my experience there. I think it's an exciting time to be in this league, and really unique that I'll have an opportunity to go back to Oklahoma. It'll be a completely different viewpoint that Saturday afternoon or evening, whenever the game is. But it'll be unique for me. I got family that still lives back there. A lot of friends, teammates, you know, still, you know, coaches that I stay in contact that coached me while I was there, and obviously administration too. So it'll be a unique Saturday.
We'll go stay in this section in front of me over here on the left aisle.
Connor O'Gara, Saturday Down South. Josh, why did you ultimately not bring Nico Iamaleava here?
Man, it's not about why I didn't bring Nico. It's about why the three guys that I talked about earlier are here. And these are guys that are in 6-year plus that have unique stories and are great ambassadors, but great leaders inside of our program. And felt like, you know, in our track record, my track record of who we've brought here, we've brought veteran guys. And so it's not about Nico, it's about, you know, these three guys, why we made that choice.
Okay, we'll stay in the same section on the right aisle.
Hey, Coach, Chris Phillips, SEC Unfiltered. Chris Brazel's a guy who's gotten a lot of hype this offseason, the Tulane transfer. Just talk about what makes you so excited about him, and then the rest of that wide receiver group, the luxury it is to help a young quarterback with some of the talent you've got in that room.
It's always a luxury as a quarterback to have guys that have the ability to separate, create bigger windows, that have length to go up and attack the football, have the skill set to defeat press at the line of scrimmage, let you get the ball out of your hands, not sit back there and take a bunch of hits. Chris is somebody that has got a lot of talk about because of what he's done on the field. Been a great teammate, but he's been a dynamic playmaker up until this point as we went through spring ball. And his best is still coming. He's continued to grow and mature physically. Just his strength, explosiveness, size to his frame, what he's done, you know, since he got there in January. Really excited about him and looking forward to having a great training camp with him.
Coach, we'll go over to our right-hand side, about 3/4 of the way back.
Yeah, Dean Blevins, News 9, Oklahoma City. Josh, back on Nico, it sounds like the learning curve that you're expecting that him to hit the ground running, and it's not going to be any wait till mid-season to gain your form. Is that accurate?
Well, I should certainly hope not. You know what I mean? We want him to hit the ground running. He's a young quarterback. Played really well in the bowl game. He's going to continue to grow through all of his experiences here throughout the course of the season. He's only going to continue to get better from all of those. But we expect him to play at a really high level from the very beginning, and we need that from him.
Okay, we'll go in the center aisle, straight down the aisle, right there in the center.
Hey, Josh, Trey Wallace with Outkick. The relationship with Tony Vitello and how you've been able to use the baseball program to kind of cross-recruit with football. What has that been like for the last 3 years, and how have you used Vitello to maybe land a few players on y'all's roster?
At times there's baseball, football guys that you're recruiting, so having a clear dialogue with him, I think is really important, him and his staff. But I think one of the great things, when it's going good all year long as far as your logo being in front of recruits. And so what Coach Vitello has done on the baseball side of it, or Coach Barnes has done on the basketball side of it, those are great experiences for recruits when they come to campus. They get a small taste of what Vol Nation is like and what game days are going to be like in front of 102,000 inside of Neyland Stadium.
Okay, we'll go over to our right, Coach, on the near over to the right side.
Hey, Coach. Steve Moulton, WZZN out of Huntsville, Alabama. I did want to ask about building a program, and you've done it at a couple of places. That was Central Florida and now at Tennessee. With the portal and all the portal that entails, is it easier, harder to build a program how you'd like to?
Well, I think the portal has positives and negatives within your own roster, right? You lose some, you gain some. The portal gives you the ability to go patch holes on your roster quicker than it could happen just through general high school recruiting. It's a little bit like junior college recruiting used to be, where you had immediate needs and had to patch your roster.
Going to the center aisle, about 3/4 of the way back, right in front of the camera.
Hey, Coach, Rick Butler with Rocky Top Insider. Can you just talk about the impact of your two new assistant coaches with Inge and Sims heading into this fall, with just what they've been able to do in the spring and summer so far?
Yeah, two guys that are elite teachers, that are relationship driven. Their ability to gain trust from the players inside of their position rooms as quickly as they did parlayed itself into both of those position groups having great springs. And they've had great summers too, but just the on-field experiences, our linebackers, I thought, played with great eyes, lineman assignment, their communication, their ability to destruct blocks. They were playing their best football as a group that they had since we've been there. And Coach Sims has done an unbelievable job with the running back. It's a young group outside of Dylan Sampson that have really grown in their understanding and their football IQ. Really excited to see him continue to develop that group here as we get into training camp.
Coach, we'll go in the section in front of my table on the far left aisle, 3/4 of the way back.
Yeah, Michael Cobble, WBRZ TV in Baton Rouge. You just mentioned Dylan Sampson. What kind of role do you expect for him to have this year, maybe an increased opportunities for him?
Yeah, he will have increased opportunities. He's a guy from the moment that he got there, had great feel, pace, and vision. He's done a great job with the ball in his hands and out of his hands. He's become a really good pass protector. He's got the ability to help you in your return game as well. After his freshman year, his ability to impact his teammates, Dylan's one of the strongest leaders that we have inside of our locker room. Just a dynamic personality that isn't afraid to call on his teammates and make sure that they're meeting the standards. He's going to have a great year for us.
We'll go back over to the left-hand side in the orange.
Hey, Coach, Bruce Marshall from WHBQ in Memphis. A schedule question for you. 2 years ago, you had that game at Pitt that I really thought kick-started you guys early in the season. And last year, you didn't really have one of those away. You had the game in Nashville last year at the opener. But this year, you got that NC State game in Charlotte, the second game. How important is that for you to get a game like that, a tough non-conference game early? Do you think that can serve the same purpose as that Pitt game did 2 years ago?
Yeah, every season's different. I'm not sure you want to necessarily go into overtime to kickstart your season, but it certainly helped. NC State's really good program. Coach Dorn's done a really good job there. They're a really good football team. That'll be a big-time matchup Saturday evening over there in Charlotte.
If you have a question, we have time for one or two more. Raise your hand, we'll get a microphone to you. All right, all the way up at the front. Guys, if we could get all the way up the front. Got one right in the front row.
Hey, Josh, Tom Murphy, Arkansas Democrat. It's been a few years since you've been to Fayetteville. They're on the schedule this year. Just your thoughts about preparing for that game.
Yeah, always a great venue. Fan base is extremely passionate, and early conference game on the road. Know that that'll be a big test when we get to that Saturday.
Go right behind, second row, Jen.
Hey Josh, Jenny Carlson with the On the Box Score. NIL, become a bad word for a lot of college football fans, but can you talk a little bit about the positives for your guys, just some of those personal stories that you've seen and the differences that it's made?
Yeah, I wish I had it when I was back in Oklahoma playing, you know what I mean? I think, for our players, in their lives, with their family, it's afforded them opportunities, and I think that's important. I do truly go back to my playing days and feel like, you wanted to be a part of it and have an opportunity to use the game in a positive way for your family as well. And so for our guys, being able to increase their brand, their notoriety, and also take care of their families is a real positive.
Okay, we'll take one final question over to our right, about 3/4 of the way back.
Yeah, Coach, Rob Brown with SEC Sideline Sports Network in Memphis. It's always darkest before dawn. We hear college football's ruining, NIL, the portal, and everything. And here's Tennessee, all of a sudden brought in $62 million in donations last year. It's pretty much idiot-proof college football. Season ticket sales. What do you tell people that keep trying to kill the game?
This is the greatest game. To me, this is the greatest game that there is. You look at the experience that young people have from 18 to 22, 23 years old, their growth as a man, and the game affords that. You learn how to set goals. You learn how to handle success. You learn how to handle failure. You learn how to lead. You learn how to get yourself ready to be the husband, the father that you want to be when football ends, and it ends for everybody someday. There's a lot of obstacles within the landscape of college football in today's world that we got to navigate, but there's a lot of really smart people that can help us navigate it the right way, and I'm excited about the future of football.
Thank you.
Coach Heupel, thank you for your time this morning.
Appreciate it. Thank you all.